In today's video, I'm installing a brand new bucket seat in my 350Z. So guys, yeah, after my trip to the Nürburgring, I do have the track itch, and it's been something I've wanted to do for a while, track the 350Z. I've always spoken about it, I've always wanted to do it, and I never have. Trip to the Nürburgring reinforced that love that I have for the track driving. That, and also driving the UK, is becoming really, really annoying. The speeds are being lowered, the road surface is terrible. It's just not set up for a car like the 350Z. So one of the first mods I'm going to do is new bucket seat and also a harness, but that's part of it. And you may be wondering why this is the first one I'm doing. It's because if you've been following on this channel, the car is really quite well set up, and I've also done the brakes now, so the brakes are all good. The only thing that really needs the suspension or sort of raising and a geometry and everything like that. What's letting it down is obviously the seats. In that car, something I noticed around the Nürburgring, I was sliding like hell, and I can't heel and toe because my legs are so big and they were getting stuck underneath the steering wheel. Bucket seat, I'm going to be able to sit lower, alter the position a bit better, which means you should be able to heel and toe, but also it's going to hold me in, because that's the idea of a bucket seat. They're going to hold you in place. First of all, I'm going to show you what I bought. Well, to begin with, this is my Sparco Sprint bucket seat. It cost me £210, I think it was, off Demon Tweaks. Link is in the description below. And I love it. Basically, it's red, so it matches the seats coming out. It's a budget seat. It's the cheapest one that Demon Tweaks do. You can mount a 5-point harness. It's got a bit in the bottom, 2 on the sides, 2 at the top. Really nice seat. I've sat in it. It's very comfortable. It holds me in nice. Really nice quality as well, but I would expect that from something like Sparco. This is quite a well-good name. If you're into cars, you've probably heard of Sparco. Quality is good. It's got these sort of rough wearing patches on the shoulder bolsters where you know it's going to be rough worn. It's quite cushiony in here. There's enough back. The lumbar support feels nice in it. It is a steel frame seat. It's not heavy, but it's got some weight to it. You know, most bucket seats are carbon or something a lot lighter than this, fiberglass or something like that. So it is a little bit heavier, but for what I want it for, it's going to be perfect. Just light track action, it's going to be fine. I'll be able to put a harness through it. I'll be able to still use the standard seat belt with it. It'll be great for what I need it for. To be able to fit it into the car, I bought this, which is a set of M2 sort of seat rail adjusters for the 350Z. It means you can convert a bucket seat to fit on the factory mounting points in the car, and this bar in the middle, which connects between the two, means you can still adjust forwards and backwards, so you still retain some of the sort of daily usage that you can get out of these. So really, the first thing to do is sort of just put it in the car. They're really easy to put together. You simply just line everything up and bolt them together, and because they're bucket seats, it comes with tons of adjustability. You've got 3 bits here, 5 bits on the back. You can tilt the seat forward, tilt it higher, lower. I'll be able to sit way lower in the car. So yeah, I'm just going to put it together and put it in the car, and then find my perfect seating position, and then we'll go for a drive and see what it's like. So guys, I've run into a little bit of an issue. It's quite, well, I say a little, it's quite a big issue actually. These are as low as they'll go, but my head still touches the ceiling. And one of the main problems I had was when I had my helmet on, I couldn't move my head left and right. I was kind of scrunched down in the seat, which isn't comfortable. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to use these because they won't go any lower. I've got another set of 350Z rails, and they're the really low max ones, I think they're called. So I'm gonna try those out. So these are the low max design. It's more of a flat base, but you do have to use these side pieces. It's a completely different thing. You'll have to buy something else. this will probably solve my issue. So if you are watching this and you're over 6 foot and you're wanting to use a helmet in the car, and it's not just for aesthetic purposes, you might want to go with this design rather than the M2 seat rails. The M2 seat rails do allow you to move backwards and forwards, sort of retains a bit more practicality, but these are probably what you're going to use in a proper racing car. So I'd go with these if they're a hell of a lot cheaper as well, but it means you do lose the ability to move backwards and forwards without having to undo all the bolts and move it yourself. So let's go see how this looks in the car. So the bucket seat is in, and it looks really cool. It's really red. It's really red compared to that seat. Good driving position. I've got all that sorted out. The seat belt's in. Now it's time to work out how to mount the harness. Now, before we go any further, I will say it's not going to be a proper harness setup because I haven't got a roll bar or anything like that. I haven't got eyelets for it. So the idea is that I'm going to have the harness. It's only a 3-point, across the lap, across the shoulders. When I'm on track, I can put the harness on. It'll hold me into the seat, but I can then still put the actual seat belt across me to that. So I'll be sucked into the seat with the harness, but if it was to crash, God forbid, you've still got the main seat belt holding you in, because the thing with mounting a harness directly to the body just by bolting it in is there's a chance that the points could fail because they're not designed to take the weight. So we're going to figure out how to mount the harness. It probably means taking the seat back out, put the harness in. It's going to be a bit of a brouhaha, but we'll see how it goes. It's a little bit difficult to film the harness going in because it was like really sort of tight and down, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It just runs through the loops on the sides and the back and then bolts down to the factory seatbelt mounting points on either side, so you know that they're solid, and then one in the boot. Now, like I explained, this is not going to be used for like street driving. I can roll this over to the side and still use the factory seatbelt because obviously that is more important, even I know that, on the road. Something just flew in my mouth. Basically, I wouldn't trust this on a track either, just because it's not mounted to a proper eyelet bolt loop thing in the boot. It's just on a bolt. So on track, I can put this harness on and still wrap this around me. This is really mainly for just sitting in the bucket seat, just keeping you in. It's only a 3-point. It's not anything fancy either. It's really comfortable. I love it. I think it's just time to go for a drive and see how it feels in the car, because the thing is, it's designed to keep you in, and eventually I'm going to take this on a few track days because that is where this car should be driven, as a lap around the Nürburgring showed me. So let's go for a drive. So guys, first impressions of the bucket seat and harness. First thing is I'm sat very low now. I've immediately noticed that. But I almost feel like this is where a normal sized person would usually sit in a 350Z, because my arm is on the armrest a bit more level now rather than feeling like I'm up here. From a practicality point of view, it's not very. I can't even reach over there. But then again, anyone that's worn a harness before will know that. The seat though is very nice. It's very comfortable for a bucket, and a cheap bucket of that. It's quite a nice feeling seat. The harness does hold you in. It's a weird sensation if you've never driven with one before. It is a strange sensation because you're not being pulled around left, right and centre. The idea is it holds you in the corners, and when you brake, oh, you can take corners so much faster. Wow. See, that's what's usually missing, is the fact that you're sucked into the seat. That gives you so much more confidence in the corners. Why did I have not have this on the Nürburgring? I should have put it on before, but driving to the ring would have been utterly awful. This car just gets better and better every time I drive it. It's amazing. It just sounds so good. Something I couldn't do before was heel and toe, because my knees hit the bottom of the steering wheel. That's not a problem anymore because I'm so low. Oh, it just gives you so much more confidence through the bends. I mean, that's the idea of a bucket seat. I think I've seen a lot of people before show using, you know, maths and a track that having a bucket seat does improve lap times, and that's nothing to do with performance. It's purely like a confidence thing. Like, you know you're not going to fly out of the seat, and it does just mean you get, I feel what I'm feeling is much more contact with the vehicle. Like when I'm going through the corners, because I'm strapped to it, I can really feel where the tyres are wanting to go, and that's the most important part. Oh man, it's such a nice drive. Such a nice drive. So guys, yeah, there's my bucket seat installed. Harness on, really cool, it looks great, drives great, feels great. Would recommend getting one if we're going to track your car. Having been around the Nürburgring, I can safely say that this would have been a better option, but we can do UK track days and I'm sure it won't let me down. Guys, it's the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed watching me install this bucket seat. Not a hard job in the 350Z, if I'm completely honest with you. I will admit I have got some exciting news coming up soon regarding possibly a new project car. So keep your eyes on the channel for that. But otherwise, guys, I was going to say, don't forget to visit my Redbubble shop. I'm trying to build a portfolio on there. Lots of great merch you can buy. All supports the channel. Other than that, guys, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and keep enjoying your crusty, rusty modified cars. And I will see you in my next video.